bad?
It's different.
Is it still Pokemon?
Is this a cookie clicker type game?
No. Their controls, actually. It's almost. It's like half a step removed.
With its upgrades.
Yes.
Water from its body. So we're back. We've got a slightly updated GPT-2 that hopefully will have a lot less repetition in.
It's not updated. I just fed it better food. I blended its food before giving it to it.
Mm-hmm.
I hope it blended properly.
So these are Pokemon Pokédex entries as decided by GPT-2 based on all of the Dex entries up to now.
It's not done yet. This is it's only a fourth of the way. This is just a fourth of the way through its training, but I believe
Water from its body.
a strange power exists in this Pokemon. It is said to make people sleep at night while on a rampage. I suspect this power can be induced by having it influence the feelings of those who eat it. It works! I confirm that the generator is working.
They work through the night to eat away the grasses and trees in the area, eating as little as 10 seeds at a time.
Where are you seeing this?
The first one that's not a full one.
It is an extreme. Oh, that's part of the same one, but...
No, that's the first one.
It's not a new line.
That's why I said it's only part of the first
Right.
one. This is the first one that you just read.
The real first. It is an extremely intelligent Pokemon. It is said to never faint in battle. Oh.
Sounds like a cheating Pokemon.
Is this the true Victini?
It is an ancient Pokemon that went extinct 100 million years ago. Now it is actively evolving.
It only went like kind of extinct. Because it can shoot a large number of fireballs at once, it's often mistaken for a Pokeball.
It's true.
They're known for shooting fireballs.
It's true. A mysterious substance is added to mushrooms to alleviate the mushroom's color.
Elevate their color.
Elevate the mushroom's color. This mushroom is said to cause happiness and longevity.
Is this a Pokemon? With its sweet aroma, it makes the flowers blooming around your house turn pink.
Good for it. If an enemy starts stumbling upon its jewels, it will suddenly and violently shake all of your walls.
Why, though? I didn't do anything. I'm innocent.
Oh yeah, did you see this one?
I mean, it's true, though.
A Forgor Rember.
It makes you thirsty.
And then there's this one. Andrew Tales. Andrew.
I love those. Those are great faces there. One of the legendary bird Pokemon of their kind. Their appearance and behavior have fascinated scholars since long ago. That's actually very normal. If its nose is bitten by an enemy that's hungry, it will begin eating until such a moment that it has eaten no more than a few bites. It will start eating until it has eaten a little bit if a hungry enemy bites its nose.
It's true. As it walks, it emits a pleasant scent. Its petals soak up the sun's rays. That sounds like almost straight from Blossom or something.
That sounds like that's a grass Pokemon. It is able to predict its opponent's movements and respond to their feelings with a magnetic force. If its opponent is weak or startled, it responds with, "Wilson, you're almost there!"
What's that from?
I'm going to search my file real quick to see if Wilson is ever in it. No, there's no Wilson in here.
Maybe
it just made that up.
Yeah, it sounds like it's from the movie Castaway.
That's what it does.
Golbat uses its long, needle-like pincers to devour foes with ease. It is very popular with royalty.
I mean, this could be true, but I doubt it. The reason the skull of its legendary bird is so difficult to find is that it is composed of ice. That would make it difficult to find.
Especially if it's not in ice, because then it will become not ice anymore. It's always in a hurry, so it continually eats a large amount of food a day. It will need to sleep for a while. It will then need to sleep for a while.
Is this like a Munchlax or something?
Maybe.
It controls a huge electric pendulum that'll make all intents and purposes ring a ring of fire.
What?
That's what it does.
Its long tail serves as a ground to prevent its flying at night. It is active at night when it is quiet and cries loudly.
Quietly, though. When the time comes, Bagon sheds its cloak and takes to the air. As it grows up, the cloak gets longer and longer, and the fur on its beak gets longer. That's a good one. Let's say that. That sounds like an actual thing, except you know it isn't. Also, the fur.
Oh shit! I did the thing.
Mousing is difficult. I would know.
I did the thing.
Oh, is it the same file you saved the earlier ones in?
It's the same notepad, but I never saved any of them.
Oh.
If it comes across a foe who has lost its way while flying by, it immediately attacks it. If it can't fight, it gives chase again.
Its large ears are very sensitive. Its kicks are powerful enough to shatter a mountain.
Are you seeing that?
Right above you.
Oh, I didn't see that one was there. It is very timid. It keeps quiet and looks just like an ordinary Pokemon.
So there's nothing really to say about this one. In order to prevent any chance of its being spotted, it will not let anyone pass close by, however distant it may be. So how far you are, it won't let you get close. Not even if you're far away.
So it's one of the ones that far people hate is just, oh, I can't stand that Pokemon.
Yeah, it won't let you not be far.
Yeah. I have Tails socks on.
It scatters feathers it grips with its long tail. It makes its nest in mountains with very sharp points. So only in, like, pointy mountains.
Yeah, rounded mountains? Nuh-uh. It was formed by a warrior growing up in the jungle. This Pokemon is skilled in utilizing the leaves on its head to defeat its enemies.
I mean, leaves can defeat enemies in Pokemon.
Bayleaf?
I don't think Bayleaf was formed by a warrior.
It could be.
It can emit radio waves greater than 100,000 decibels.
No, it can't.
Why not?
Because
radio waves don't do that.
after something reaches, I think it's 290 decibels or 310 decibels
Sound
or something
stops
like
working.
that. It no longer would be considered sound because of the distance would create vacuums of air in the middle of it.
Ah, well, this one can. It can go on a rampage just to destroy an opponent.
I mean, that's often a thing that rampages are for. It emits electricity from its nostrils. In the dark of night, it sleeps that way.
By emitting electricity?
Mm-hmm. It's dangerous to walk by when it's sleeping. You can get electrocuted.
Just don't walk in front of it, at least. It is attracted by the cold air. It feels the pain. It fears the pain of being eaten by cold Pokemon while it's being sucked coldly.
What? If it's attacked by an enemy, it becomes stronger by absorbing the pain. If it's exposed to an electrical current, its body grows weak.
So it's powered by pain, but it's weakened by electricity.
Even though pain is electrical impulses.
Yeah, but that's too much. Its body and tail are very tough. Some researchers have said that wearing the skin of a carbine-wielding Pangoro leads to the loss of strength.
Also, though, what if it's painful electricity?
Well, then I'd say, well, it depends on if it's more painful or more electricity.
Its red core is more powerful in cold climates. It lives in the depths of lakes.
It uses various methods to escape its grasp. Even the slightest shock can set it aflame. Oh.
It's the gunpowder Pokemon. Because of its hardy vitality, it can live for 100 years without ever losing a leaf.
I mean, that sounds like it could be a thing. It controls a massive pendulum with its horn that can pulverize lumber. It's highly useful as a drill.
That's not what a pendulum would be.
This one can be used as a drill. It's just not normally.
It is healthy. It can raise and lower its mandibles. Mandibles grow larger as it uses its tongue.
It can't help but feel insecure if it looks scary. In other words, it doesn't feel liked. So it tries to keep as much of what it sees as possible. Oh, so it sees and tries to keep them.
It hoards them.
Because,
It hoards them.
oh, so it sees and tries to keep them because,
It hoards them. This Pokemon lived on land and was not reanimated there, but many people live there now.
On land?
Yep.
To keep warm in arid days, they gather rainwater from the atmosphere and cover themselves with leaves.
I mean, that almost makes sense. Their patterns are so precise they can spot prey even while they are asleep. This makes a significant development in fighting abilities. Man, I keep yawning.
Spray is covered by a thick coat of long hair. It is fast.
Good.
Oh, that's not that it got cut off there, but that's a complete sentence.
I mean, it is.
I like when you said something. It is fast.
Pokemon.
Average. Yes, here's the next group. Silcoon is here.
To the direction of her chosen prey.
What? Don't talk.
It can't live without the leaf on its head. In the... Oops, what did I do?
Oops. I don't think it's ready yet, is it? No, it's still doing this thing here, so it's not done, but it's
So is
functional.
that why it bounced? No?
It's going to keep going to 2,000. No, 1,000 by default. And it prints a sample every 200. So it's still developing. See, this, I think, is at the 400? Yeah. Oh, what? It's gone past
It can't live without the leaf on its head, which happens to be its biggest item in the...
Oh.
Yeah, but the training ones still are readable.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, I'm not saying we can't use it. Oops, you copied too much.
Yeah, I copied also the entire first set again.
Oh no.
Alright, so... Your turn.
A skilled marksman, she can deduce the movements of all kinds of rocks and trees from photos of their beautiful jewel-like surfaces. That doesn't mean
The
anything.
movements of all kinds of rocks and trees.
What?
Things well known for being fixed in place. I mean, at least trees can blow in the wind, I suppose.
They can also, if you throw a rock, it moves for a while.
The light emitted by its arms shines with such an acute clarity that even a direct hit from a snow runt would have been a wholly new
What
experience.
does that mean?
You know.
Jolteon emits extremely powerful sunlight. Did not know this. Because the arms are so heavy, they fail to deal with the coldest parts of the world. This Pokemon tends to its treetops in high mountains.
Are we still talking about Jolteon?
I think so, but it's a weird Jolteon.
It is said to make its home in icy areas where cold is tolerable. It can live in an amount of over 0.6 of a mile. I don't know what that means.
The infant rarely ventures out of its mother's pouch until it is 3 years old.
Is that directly from the Kangaskhan one?
It could be. When the child's mother is sure of itself, it will be content to keep going without making a trace. However, if it becomes upset, it will rage and tear up the mother pouch.
Oh, poor thing.
It's scary.
The infant usually does not make its nest close to its
I don't know
parent.
about Babby.
Instead, it will wander around munching and feeding on dark, damp soil.
Eating the
Delicious.
dirt. Its hind legs are webbed. Using its sturdy hind legs together, it can perform this dance 60 feet away. It can dance 60 feet away from you, unlike most things.
But only if it's this dance. If it's not this dance, it has to be much closer.
Which dance is this?
This dance.
Oh.
Wilson.
So random. It's like Mach Nono's level of absurdity there.
Mach no. It's your turn.
This Pokemon gains the ability to see the aura of an aura core with the fingertips of its hands. Using that power, it can use the core to make clones of themselves. This is like a thing, except none of this is a thing.
Silcoon has an extremely sharp scythe that leave only the tip scorched and devastating burns. This Pokemon hides in grass and bushes where it can protect
Well,
itself.
it sounds like it has means of doing that. When 3 Beldum fuse together... Oh, 3? That's a weird number. When 3 Beldum fuse together, Metang is formed. The brains of the Beldum are joined by a magnetic nervous system. This Pokemon is highly intelligent and has 3 mouths on its rear.
Does it?
Maybe, I don't know. It sounds right, except for
It definitely doesn't seem like the right Metang, or the right number of Beldums.
I think it's 2.
I think it's confusing. Well, it's using things from Beldum and Magnemite at the same time.
It knows what numbers are, though.
Yeah.
It just doesn't know which ones are. Obviously, when it uses known Pokemon.
Mega Evolution has made Metang stronger than it already was. Its muscles have literally exploded.
Literally!
Removing the sword from its shoulders, it launches its enemies at Mach speed.
Its muscles have literally exploded. I'm very sorry for you, Metang.
I mean, to be fair,
it's harsh.
I mean, to be fair, it is steel type, so does it even have like traditional muscles?
Well, apparently it does, and they exploded.
What did the message here? Okay, so back to my list here.
Mem.
Oh wait, did I save that one? Yes.
The edges of its wings are sharper and more complete than ever before. Wingull can't see the sun, so it dangles on the ocean floor to avoid it.
It can't see the sun.
So it avoids
it's forbidden. It's not allowed.
It doesn't want to be near the sun if it can't see it, so it avoids it.
It can't. Like it's not permitted to see the sun. It's unhealthy and dangerous.
Right. And
so it's hiding from the sun.
Right, by dangling on the ocean
floor.
There's a rumor of a forest where children raised playing by the sea were transformed by the fire that blazed before them. I don't know what any of this means.
The ocean's on fire. Oh no. It's strong enough to easily hoist a rock by the water and drop it as far as its top. Okay. It's not only not a sentence, but who's the it that we're even talking about? And what is the... This doesn't sound like anything.
It can store water in its fur for use in cannons. The cannon it shoots is fireproof.
I mean, if it's full of water, it could very well be. What if it's oil fire, though?
It's fireproof. Ach, no-nos. It can understand human speech. Be careful if it tries to help you if it has no teeth.
Oh, no.
You wouldn't like it when it has no teeth.
Its form changes depending on the weather.
Oh.
When wind is your charm and friend, it is an execute case study.
I thought this was cast form. This Pokemon is completely put together from parts of its bones. It can knock down tall trees by flushing out the excess water.
I mean, I guess if you took all the water out of a tree, it would make it very brittle.
It's made of its bones.
It is made of its bones. The long fur on this Pokemon's body is extremely sensitive. Even the slightest touch could cause paralysis.
This is very unfortunate for that Pokemon.
Yeah, I think normally the second part is referencing that if you touch it, it would paralyze you. But the way that they've phrased it here makes it sound like it's very vulnerable to contact.
This legendary water dweller became popular overseas after it was dubbed the Cocoon of the Seas.
Before it was dubbed that, it was just a boring thing.
Yeah.
As it dashes through the fields and mountains, it always, with an energy so dazzlingly gorgeous, it inspired human artists.
This is definitely working better than the previous one. It has the power to control time. When wounded, it lives for a week in a dark chamber.
Yeah, but can't it control time? Does it have to be a week?
It's a week for them. Not necessarily for everyone else.
Oh, I thought it was like a week, our perceived time, but it traveled forward and just was there for a moment.
I mean, it could be either. Its body... Oh.
Its body is a shell, so is it shell gone?
It has been seen running in a forest. The flame that burns at the tip of its tail indicates that this Pokemon is in trouble.
It's the opposite of Charmander.
It has the power to control. Oh, yeah, I did read that one.
Pinsir is a strong believer in the priming of the brain for success.
Really?
This Pokemon has been trained to adapt to any environment, no matter how painful.
I didn't know he was so. Is that spiritual or?
That's like more philosophical, maybe?
To protect itself, it will never steal a flower from a Sableye. The flower is precious, so the child is totally safe.
What are you talking about?
The flower! Sableye's flower?
To threaten its trainers, it chomps them with its massive jaws. It also inserts its horn in unsuspecting trainers. So it's a threat to its own trainer and others.
It's a bad Pokemon. It appears along with a water pistol. Floette is skilled at attacking in water. Its swift movements make its wearer feel like they are on water. Wait, wearer? What?
I mean, Floette's small enough you could wear a Floette as like a...
Yeah. It just comes with a water pistol.
Yeah, it's free. With its huge and powerful head, it can keep a sandstorm going with its tail.
With its head or its tail?
Yes.
Oh. When its eyes gleam gold, it can tell what is in the surroundings and can unleash its fantastic power. This tells me nothing.
Yeah, that sounds like a listicle where it says you won't believe what's in number 4 or whatever. It's like, just keep reading, you'll find out, and then it just doesn't tell you shit.
Never heard that word before. Listicle.
Yeah, an article that's just a list. It is a creature of habit. It eats and sleeps at the same time. It has a habit of leading people on foot.
Probably not while it's eating and sleeping.
I mean, it is a creature of habit, so having a habit would be true.
Milotic is an incredible work of art that is out of control. It is a work of unparalleled skill. One cannot help but look at this work of art.
That's actually Shin's opinion of Milotic.
Except the part where it's completely out of control, but...
It could be out of control. It does have a lot of kind of complex patterns on it. It lives at the bottom of the shallow sea depths.
What?
The bottom of the shallow sea depths.
Shallow depths?
Yes. It is renowned for its beauty and magnificent battle moves. That still might be Milotic, yeah.
An amazing theory predicts that people will be enchanted by its supernatural abilities and become docile by day's end.
Well, we'll find out in a few hours, I guess. Oh, that's it.
Oh.
Next set.
Oh, it ended on a complete sentence.
No, I just only picked up to the last sentence. It ended on in the arm of a sturdy tree.
Uh-oh. That's trouble.
It communicates with others by flashing its 3 fingers. When in communication, it closes its extended eye-like pattern and lets off a wave of energy. Oh, it actually did end on basically a full entry.
Elgium or Behium. Sudowoodo scales the branches of trees with its tail to snap off roots. I don't know why you do that from the branches, but... This Pokemon is known to make its nest on steep cliffs.
Staryu regrows its head several times a year. Medicine made from its remains was believed to restore the health to broken trees. Poor trees.
It stores several kinds of poisons in its body. These include...
The end. Articuno communicate. I'm gonna save that, actually. Because that's so dumb that's how it ends.
Well, funny punctuation happened, okay?
Articuno communicates its feelings to the others by emitting whistle-like sounds from the sacs on its cheeks. It displays this knowledge to other Pokemon.
But do they understand? This carefree Pokemon has a good stomach. When it is fighting, it twists its body like a whip and swings its large tail around.
It is usually undetectable because it blends in with the ground. Touching it can cause terrible poisoning.
They
So
make
it's like a rockfish, but on Earth.
they make the furniture in the houses in the morning. They can be found in towns full of couples looking for someone to bang out dance. Whatever that means.
It lives atop giant twinkling stars.
What?
Apparently the house is always staring at this massive star with its big flashing lights.
Many people call it the embodiment of rage. It has a violent nature that makes it ferocious. Touching it causes terrible rage and great pain in all directions. What?
Its entire body is made up of a single organ that generates electrical energy.
This is like must be some kind of like electric slime.
Maybe.
By putting power into its eye-like patterns, Chime Show can create a powerful poison gas that will completely destroy a boulder in its path.
I learned it was chime echo.
It'll destroy a boulder with poison gas. Wow, that's
So it's really caustic gas.
a really sensitive boulder.
It has the enigmatic power of godlike determination. Wow, now we're just like superlative central here at the beginning.